Morning all. Here we go. Everybody's here. Perfect. Cool. Oh, one more thing. Boom. And spot. Okay, cool. So conditioning class today. We'll make it a follow along. So I'll do the work with you guys. So I won't be checking in on form. We'll run over the exercises as part of our warm-up. And I'll check in then just to make sure everybody's got those exercises right. And then we'll put it all together. Be a pretty challenging workout. There won't really be any rest. We're going to have active rest, and your active rest will be with a kettlebell, or if you don't have a kettlebell, we're just going to do those body weight swings. Okay? With the kettlebell, we can do pretty much whatever hinging movements we want. Pretty much any kettlebell movement you want whatsoever. I'm going to be doing alternating swings, real easy. Okay? So, the work is going to be 50 seconds on, 10 seconds off. First round of 5 exercises, 40 seconds on, 20 seconds off, 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off. You will have 1 minute of rest that isn't really rest. That 1 minute is you getting as many swings as possible, or hinge movements or kettlebell movements, whatever type of movements you want in between. Okay, so it's not going to be, when I say as many as possible as well, I mean as many quality reps rather than just going all out. So if you need to stop in that minute, stop. Okay, you can break that minute up. If you need full rest, you can even use that minute for full rest. Okay, so yeah, we'll probably get through it in probably take us about 40 minutes, I would say. So let's start nice and easy. Just start to throw the hands. Make that movement bigger. Start to let them go from side to side, like an exaggerated walk. Come higher, touch the hands over your head. Let's wake up the brain a little bit, see if we can do those full circles. Opposite direction. go from one side to the other, right? Boom, boom, let it swing like a big pendulum. Now, let's get a bit of coordination, so we'll go one at a time. Add in a little movement, add in a little pump of the arm. Those arms go nice and loose again. Shake them out. Little bounces. Let's kick the legs out as if we're shaking mud off our shoe. Opposite side. Okay, start to make a figure of 8 with your heel. Opposite direction. And a little bounce again. Okay, let's go into our moves. Let me just move this back a little bit. Better. There we go. Okay. So, first move is our Hindu squat. Okay. So we start on our heels. We drop it down to the floor. Imagine you're trying to pull water up to your chest. So imagine you're standing in a pool. And it's cold. And you just want to test it out first. You're just throwing some water on top of you before you really want to come in. Now, it's hard because I'm trying to balance on my feet. I'm also trying to stay really tall. We're going to almost find a circular rhythm with it. So just try a few reps. Let me check in on you guys. If the knees are giving you pain, you can back off. You don't need to go as deep. Good. Nice. Excellent. And it is quite different in that we usually say keep the heels to the floor. Now I'm saying don't worry about it. Looks good though, guys. You have it. Okay. So now let's go for downward dog into our dive bomber push-ups, our Hindu push-ups. So plank, downward dog. And then I'm just going to pull my chest to the floor. Imagine that I'm trying to duck under a laser beam, and then I push back up. From there, I drop back down to the floor and push my tailbone up. Imagine I'm trying to get back underneath that laser beam. Try not to let the hands go really wide. I want you to think elbows close together and spiral underneath as you do that, or spiral them together as you drop your chest down and underneath. Go from the knees if you need to, absolutely. But I want you to make sure that your chest touches the floor. There we go. Yes, good. Nice. Super.
Oh, and okay. We serpentine back too.
If you can. If you can't, just come straight back into downward dog. But if you can, then great. Also, I really like that word. I'm going to start using it. Serpentine. Next up, we have got, what have we got? We've got our squat. So we tap the floor, and then we rotate on that back leg, reach, come back down, squat, reach. Now that back hip, you let it go, okay? So I can really let the heel off the floor, almost twist big toe into the ground. And I'm not rotating through that lower back, I rotate through the upper back, okay? If you're feeling any compression, tension in that lower back, bring the range of motion down, limit the range of motion, okay? Next, we've got our little step, tap, step, tap, step, tap, okay? So I want enough control that when we get over, we can bring the hand to the floor and then we drive. Okay? Last one, side kicks. So remember with the side kicks, it's more of a hip opening exercise, right? We're trying to open that hip to bring the heel to the floor. So opposite heel and hand. And then if I get strong there, then I sit through. Remember my free hand, I'm pulling the elbow back. I'm not just letting the hand fly to the ceiling. So there's our 5 exercises. First time round is going to be 50 seconds on, 10 seconds off, followed by 1 minute of any kettlebell move you know and like, okay? Any move that you can do relatively easily, rather than turning it into a sprint and going crazy with it. If you do not have any equipment and a net, you can do something similar with the bands. You can turn it into a band swing. If you've got dumbbells, you can do dumbbell swings. And if you've got no weight at all, or you want it a little easier, just imagine you have a kettlebell and you're going through that same pattern and positioning. Okay? So, as I say, I'm going to do this one with you guys. Ready? Got a little timer here. And we are going in 3, 2, 1, go. Hindu squats. I'm trying to focus on 2 things, not letting my heels touch the floor throughout, so working on my balance, and also trying not to let myself fall to the outsides of my feet. Kind of keeping that big toe planted and strong into the floor. And the quads, front of my legs, above the knee are really starting to work now. Just kind of constant tension there. If that tension comes too much for you, you can let your heels down at the top and rest. 10 seconds. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Ready? We've got our dive bomber push-ups, or Hindu push-ups. We're trying to bring the hips back up in the same direction we came, but if we can't, don't worry about it. Just round the back to downward dog. Maybe you want to do every second rep. Really think about how much you can round and extend and arch the spine as opposed to having to use your triceps. 10 seconds rest. Squat with rotation. I'm going to really focus on staying out of the lower back. Keeping my eyes on my fingers. Ten seconds rest. We've got our little side hops. Ready? Hop, control to the floor with the hand. Maybe your breath is starting to get a little crazy right now. Try and keep it regulated. Try and find a rhythm to your inhale and exhale. Rest. Last one, we've got our side kicks. Go. Try to keep that all fours position as we transition. I want you to keep that nice flat back. I want you to really push into the floor with your stabilizing hand. I want you to really push through your free leg, through the heel, but you're not letting that take you away from your support. Done. 1 minute of work with your kettlebell. Go. And you can see I'm being lazy with this. I'm trying to be as efficient as possible. This isn't power. I'm not looking to get as much power out of the movement as I can. I'm looking to regulate my breathing and keep it consistent for 1 minute of work. Done. Rest 10 seconds. And ready? We are up to 40 seconds of work, 20 seconds of rest. We're back to our Hindu squats, and we're going now. Don't worry about the speed of the movement. Focus on the quality. and the efficiency and the breath. The conditioning will take care of itself. Rest, 20 seconds. As the time gets bigger in between sets, gives us a little more time to work on the breath, work on getting it down. The ultimate goal would be, breath would be completely normal. Start of the next round, Hindu squats, or push-ups. Rest, 20 seconds. Ten seconds. Ready? We got our squat with twist. Squat, twist to the top. Try not to cheat the movement. See if we can get all of the pan to the floor. And then try and touch fingers to the ceiling. Last 10. Rest. 20 seconds. Next up, we got our little hops. Little lateral hop with control. Ready? Go. Now you can start to increase the speed if you still have the control. I'm holding back for my 30-second set though. That's where I'm going to be going as fast as I can. Done. Rest, 20 seconds. We got one more. We got our side kicks, hip openers. Ready? Go. Still focusing on all of the main supports, opposite hand and leg. And your push. Okay, ready? We're going to go back to our swinging movement, that body weight swing or the kettlebell swing. 1 minute of work. Again, efficiency. If you want to call it laziness, call it laziness. But my form is still intact. So you see I'm still keeping a nice hinge. I'm not pulling through the lower back. I'm still pushing the floor away. I'm just trying to be as smooth and efficient as possible. My breath is really the #1 indicator to that. 20 seconds left. Rest. Okay. We're into 30 seconds of work with 30 seconds of rest. I'm going to try and use this round to go as fast as I can, to up my intensity with my speed, but I'm not going to forsake my form. You can do the same, or you can use it as more of a recovery round, really slow the reps down. Easy sets, lots of rest. Ready? We're going to go in 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, go. Done, 30 seconds of rest. Ten seconds left. Can we get that breath completely back to normal before the start of our finger push-ups? 3, 2, go. Rest, 30 seconds. Whew. Next up, we got our side jumps, little lateral hops. 15 seconds rest. Left. Ready? Go. Done, 30 seconds rest. Woo. Squat root rotation. Ten seconds rest left. Ready? Go. Done, 30 seconds, and then we finish up our side kicks. Ready? Go! Rest. Okay. In 10 seconds, we're back to our swinging movement. Now, if you need to, you can use this minute as complete rest. If we feel the lower back, if we feel like we can't control the breath, if we feel like the kettlebell is in control of us versus we in control of it, if we've got no momentum, no rhythm, then rest. This isn't a bonus kill yourself round. 30 seconds left. This is practicing technique under fatigue. If we can no longer maintain technique, then we rest. Done. Okay, we are back to 40 seconds of work, 20 seconds of rest. It's getting tough. I'm finding it tough. But I'm just finding the rhythm. Off we go. Hit these squats. Finding the rhythm that's going to work for me, where I can maintain my form, maintain my breath. Ten seconds. Done. 20 seconds rest. Woo! Dive bomber push-ups, single push-ups. Ready? And go. 40 seconds work. Rest. 20 seconds. Ooh. Next up, we got our little side hops. Side to side. Ready? Go. I'm trying to come all the way up tall, not because it's the most efficient, but I just want to go through the full range of motion. You can stay low. It'll be more efficient, it'll be faster. Or we can work at fuller range, much more taxing. You can do a mixture of both. Done. 20 seconds work. Squat to rotational reach. We're getting there. Ready? Go. Done. Last one coming up, our side kicks. Go. Done. 1 minute of swings. Starting in 10. Good news, this is our last set of swings. And then it's only 5 minutes of work left. Ready? Go. Twenty seconds left, my bad. The clock fooled me. Okay, great news. Last round. 50 seconds of work, 10 seconds of rest. Ready? Hinge squats. Done. 10 seconds rest. And we're into our Hindu push-ups. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. And 10 seconds rest. Lateral hops. Ooh, those are hard. Ready? Go. Ten seconds. Rest. Squat to rotation. Go. Can we stay honest? Can we keep touching the palm to the floor? And then can we lift the ribs out of the hips as much as possible? Open up all that space. Try and take your arms off your shoulders, shoulders off the ribs. Just lengthening and stretching everything. Even as we're tired, we're not letting ourselves collapse into our joints. Last one, side kicks. And go. Done. Finito. Excellent. Okay, so goal. Get our breath back to normal as quick as we can. So find a comfortable position. Whew. For me, that's going to be legs up in a chair, taking all the pressure off the lower back. Right now the pulse is racing for me. So my first focus is trying to control that breath. Trying to not be so shallow with the breathing. See if I can deepen the breath. Between the inhale and the exhale, I'm going to add a little retention. I'm going to hold on to the breath for a second. And I'm going to use that time between the inhale and the exhale to really focus on letting everything settle down. Try to be as still as possible. And now that the breath is getting under control, I'm going to focus on my pulse. Right now I can feel my entire body pulsating, but in particular my wrists and my temple. So I'm just going to bring my attention to that point. And during that space between the inhale and the exhale, I'm trying to visualize that pulse right where my temple is slowing down. Once that's slowed, my focus now is on tension in the body. So anywhere that I feel excessive tension, I'm going to use that period between the inhale and the exhale to try and find it. And then the exhale to release it. Then any little stretches you want to make, any little movements you want to make, or you just want to stay there, recover. If you feel done, you're done.
Thanks, Owen. Have a good day.
All righty, guys. Have a good
Hey,
one.
you know, it's Shvius Pesach.
Say that again.
Shvius Pesach, and I know you want to say God bless you, but it just means it's the holiday, it's the seventh day of Passover, the end of it.
So it's over, except tomorrow then, just in case.
Like, I pretend like I'm in Israel, so tonight it's all pizza, all dinner. So.
Thanks, Owen. Have a good day, everybody.
Enjoy. All right, guys. Bye.
Bye.